Hello everybody, welcome back to another video where today I'm here talking about the Nintendo Switch 2 and my personal preference on it. I have had this for about a couple days now, so I kind of have a little bit of kind of preference, kind of what I think, especially what I know from the first Switch, which I will bring over as well. And kind of tell you kind of what I like, what I don't like, some things I am actually concerned about, some things I don't really care about, and so on and so forth. So I can't say anything about the Pro controllers; those will be a separate video. But for now, I'm gonna be talking about this, which is the Switch 1 and my Switch 2. Let's get started. First off, when I unboxed this, it was a whole new experience for me. I mean, it looks clean. As you can see here, the sides are actually really nice. The screen is in fact massive. That's massive. Here's the other side. And the kickstand is my favorite thing. So the big problem, I'm going to take the Joy-Cons off so we can have a fair comparison as well of the size. Like, that's a huge size difference. That is a big size difference, especially when the Switch 2 is on, which I still have connected to my account. And look at the quality of the screens as well. That is insane. I don't know what else to say. But the kickstand is amazing. So on the Switch 1, which this is the original Switch. I never got a Switch OLED. I never got a Switch Lite. I never got any of that. Has a kickstand like this. I'm used to this thing not working. It falls off. It doesn't stay. It's shit. It is literally dog shit. And what I'm even more sad about is the micro SD card in here cannot work on this Switch either, by the way. For the Switch 2, you do have to have a certain micro SD card. It's micro SD card like X something. So that's kind of sad, but it's fine. But the kickstand on here, so it comes out, right? So it comes out like normal where you can place it, but it can go all the way down. I don't know who's playing where they're going, but it is kind of nice, I guess. I don't know why it goes that far back, but it does. They do have an SD card slot, so something I was very worried about myself was an SD card slot, because no one ever confirmed that or not, and I was really worried about that. So if you're worried like I was, no, it's same spot. It's right here under the kickstand. But like I said, if you have an old Switch and you think that you really want the old Switch SD card, make sure it actually is compatible. I don't know why this looks like shit right now. Battery percentage wise, I have no idea. I don't really take my Switch out of handheld, out of TV mode. Don't know why. I just don't. I don't know why, but this is really bothering me. And it really shouldn't, because it's not that bad. It just is bad. But the screen is very big. It's clean. The touchpad is okay. I have no real gripe about it. And something I did find is, so up here is, this is what up here looks like. So we got the power, the volume. What is this? Sensor of some kind. I have no idea what it is, though. We got the fans, the second USB. So we have a USB at the bottom with more fans. I'm glad this has a lot of ventilation. That is really nice. But then we have our second USB up here. Headphone jack. Thank God. Please don't get rid of that. And then this. This is the card slot. This is where you put your Switch cards. I don't own a Switch 2 case. But when I opened it, I realized something. It has this thick metal piece that kind of holds in this thing, which is kind of bizarre. I don't know if that's on any of the others, but the Switch 1 just opens up. I actually don't know what game's in here right now. Mario Kart 8. Just opens up and there's nothing else to do that. But this one, which I'm actually curious what it feels like to put a game in. I haven't yet. Because I stopped buying physical shit. So when I insert it, it's the same thing as the Switch 1. It clicks in. And then you just close it. And then there it is. So that's cool. The screen looks very clean. The bezels still are very big, though. It kind of sucks. So, as we all know, on the Switch 1, you can insert it backwards. You know, people were very shocked. They're like, oh, you could play the Switch backwards. Guys, you could do the same shit on the Switch 1. I don't know why no one, like, thought of it. Like, the whole thing was, like, people were like, oh, you could play the Switch upside down and do all this. Or backwards and shit. Yeah, you could do it on here as well. You could put the Joy-Cons on backwards and there's no effect to it. Upside down doesn't work very well. It doesn't work very well, but if you really want to, you can do it. But the whole premise of the Switch 1 was that they slide in like that and they click in. I mean, it wore out very fast. This comes out without me pressing the button. This side is a lot more sturdy, but this side is completely almost gone. Like, yeah, if something happens, it's gone. So, which kind of sucks, but I mean, luckily I haven't had too much problems on this just as of yet. But my fans up here have been destroyed. I had to replace the back as well. That's why the back is white. I had to replace it. I've done so much. It's not really modding. I never would mod games, but I did a lot of like customizing on the Switch. Like over here, I have the thing. I customized the controller things. I know Nintendo doesn't want us doing that, and I understand why. But these controllers kind of gave out on me. They started drifting and doing all that fun shit. So I really did just replace the buttons, called it quits anyway. This is crazy though as well. So I'm actually going to just so I'll do these two. The Joy-Con size is crazy as well. It's not too much bigger. However, the comfort from this small thing in my hand to this is incredible. Thank you. Holding it sideways is just as nice. It's literally amazing to hold sideways as well. And this thing, which I talked about in the Donkey Kong video, which just plops in, magnetic, same as the Switch. Pull the back, it plops out. You pull, you can get it. I don't like this. This sucks. And I know it sucks on this one as well. But this one at least has side covers. So, like, I can fully grasp it with my hands and it's a comfortable hold. Like, I didn't hate playing with this. I just would rather have a normal controller, like the Pro Controller. This one just sucks. This one has no side grip. So, like, there's just a big gap that my hands are holding. Because, like I said, there's just this big gap right here. Which kind of sucks. But, I mean, it is bigger. So there's a lot more comfort while playing your games or something. Because I was playing Donkey Kong. The last two videos were Donkey Kong. And I was playing them with this. I didn't necessarily hate it. By any means. I did not hate it. It's just not the most comfortable. And maybe... See, I just don't know how Nintendo would fix that either. But I would definitely prefer using this over this, though. And that's what's even nicer as well. Is one of the games I was really afraid of was Ring Fit Adventure. I haven't really played it, but I do want to complete it sometime down the road. When I get into exercising, which will never happen. I was afraid I couldn't use these. at all, like in any video game. I don't know why I thought this. I just did. But no, you can use these. And you can use these actually on the newer game as well. You can actually use the Pro Controller, the old Joy-Cons, and you can use them on new games. So like the Mario Kart World game, you can actually use old Joy-Cons. That's fucking awesome! Again, something no one talks about. Like, Nintendo fucking does something right, and no one talks about it. Mind-blowing. If I play, when I got my PS5, I wanted to play a game with someone. And I tried connecting the PS4, my PlayStation 4 controller. And it said, can't use a PS4 controller on a PS5 game. I was like, well, okay, it's the same fucking controller, though. The only difference is this one has a fucking microphone. But Nintendo listens. And just like I said in the last video, I'm going to say it again later, but you can use old controllers on newer games, which is how it should be. It's just how it should be. And it's really nice. I'm glad that that's a thing. The other thing I said in the last video that I was really happy about was Legend of Zelda Switch 2 Edition. So I have the Nintendo Switch Online expansion pass, so I got the upgrades for free. I got the upgrades, and I just kept thinking to myself, wow, I remember upgrading my PS4 games to PS5 and restarting the entire fucking game because there's no old save file that transfers to the new game. Nintendo once again fixed that problem. I launched Legend of Zelda, I launched the game, I hit continue, and I hit the thing. And it launched me exactly where I was from my Switch 1 Edition game. With the better graphics, the better, like...
Why does no other company do this right?
How? PlayStation should have... Like, oh! I'm not going to complain too much about it. I know No, that is a thing. It should be that hard. Old controllers and save files should be able to transfer and have no problem. Nintendo did it. Every other company can do it. Fuck Xbox and PlayStation. That's all I'm going to say. But like I said, I can't really say too much about the battery yet. As I've sat here, though, I've had them both running, both not doing anything, and they're both depleting about the same amount. So that's not really looking good. My Switch 1 and my Switch 2 are both at 97% in the 12 minutes I've been talking. So maybe not that great of a start, but... Mouse controls! Yes! How could I forget the greatest feature of the Switch 2? Mouse controls. I'll put that... I'm going to show you guys that in a minute. There's something else I wanted to talk about. How heavy this is, actually. That's what I want to talk about. So the Switch is not... I mean, it's not that much heavier that's going to make that much of a difference. But it's heavy. Like, if you're just carrying this, walking along, I mean, you're probably not going to be complaining that much. But it definitely is hefty. So expect that to be a problem. Voice chat, or game chat, or whatever. So there's the extra button. The C button that everyone knows about, that everyone makes a meme about, and how awful the quality is. I haven't gotten to try it. I don't... Why? Whoa, hello? What? Camera, focus. Hello? It's something... Something fuck up your sensors? Hello? There we go. It looks fine now. Okay, that was weird. The way they have things set up as well is really nice. It looks clean. That's something I can say as well. The Switch 2 OS or whatever they're using, it looks clean. like all the icons. So on the Switch 1, the app icons are like square. On here, they got like that little curve on them. They're still square, but curved. And it looks clean. It looks clean. That's all I'm going to say. So, I'm going to show you these mouse controls. I think this is the last thing I have to say about it. The Switch dock isn't too different. I need a controller. The Switch docks aren't too different. Just more ventilation, really, and a different way to open it. That's the only difference, honestly. So, these are your straps that you get with the Switch 2, which have a little mouse pad. And then you got the back where they go in. The way they go in is so weird. So, obviously it doesn't matter, meaning like I can cross them. So just to prove it, there's this little slip at the bottom. And there's this little hole at the bottom of the Joy-Cons. So you just go slide it down and in. And it doesn't matter which way you put them in. So you can mix blue and red if you want. And then same with magnetics. You just push this, and at the top, that little thing pops out. And you can take them off. So they're very easy to put on and off. And then I have a mouse pad here. So we're going to go back to console. I got to restart the console. Hang on. There you go. And then we have mouse. So there's a mouse here, which you guys saw in Donkey Kong Part 1. The straps definitely get in your way. You can use either mouse. You can use the left Joy-Con. You can use the right Joy-Con. Doesn't matter. And you can use it like mouse ways. You know, you can click and drag to go wherever. You can click to open a game. Really just does mouse things, and it's pretty cool. It's pretty smooth. It's not bad at all. It works like it should. I'm curious to get Mario Kart, not Mario Kart, Mario Party Jamboree, the DLC. Because I think that's going to be very interesting to try the mouse control mini games, but. I mean, the mouse controls are fine. It's not comfortable. You can use both of these, by the way. So, like, you can use R or ZR to do your controls. So, whichever one is comfortable to you. As a mouse person, I hold it like this if I was ever going to do it. So, I got my left click and my right click, which just does the same fucking action anyway. But yeah, so far, my personal opinion on the Switch is that I really don't mind it. I think it's a really cool system, and I think the hate that it's really really has been getting isn't necessarily the most fair rating out there. And I think people are just kind of just mad at Nintendo and the world right now for the state that we're in. And I think pushing it on Nintendo just because they launched a system kind of sucks for them, because I didn't want one, to be honest with you. I was really going to hold out on buying a Nintendo Switch 2 till like Christmas or something, just because of all the hate and all the backlash it's been getting. But I'm really glad I got one. I think it's really nice. The two games that are out, if you don't like Mario Kart, you don't like Donkey Kong, or you didn't like Mario Odyssey, you might not like the two games that are out. Or the $10 upgrades that you're going to have to pay for. But other than that, it really is worth it. If you're like me, you've had the first generation of Nintendo Switches. So that's like 7 years old now. 8, 9, whatever years old now. It's old as fucking probably barely standing like mine is. So Switch 2 is definitely probably worth your time. However, I have one complaint. I don't know how long I've been muted, but fuck me, I guess. I don't want to spend $20 on upgrades. I don't even like spending $10 on upgrades. So that's where it kind of goes to me like, ooh, that's kind of insane, but oh well. I don't know how long I've been muted. Probably not that long, because I've been keeping an eye on it. Because OBS has been fucking me up really recently. Streamlabs might have a new customer here soon. That's all I wanted to say. That's all I have about the Switch 2 for now, until I get the Pro controller, and then I'll talk about comparisons of that real quick in a short or something. But for now, that's all. Thank you all so much for watching. If you enjoyed, please like, subscribe, comment down below what you guys think of the Switch 2 if you have one, or what you expect to have on the Switch 2 when you get one. Thank you all. Have a good one.